right now, live at 5.
Minnesota's first COVID-19 saliva testing site opens tomorrow. Everything you need to know before you make your way down to the deck.
And in Wisconsin, a mask mandate extension. Why the state's governor says now more than ever, people need to be diligent. Plus,
coming up tonight, information on vandalism happening throughout Cloquet.
And later, it's Applefest in a box. Despite the event being canceled, there's still a way for you to enjoy some of the sweet treats from Bayfield.
You're watching Live at 5 on Live Local CBS3.
Welcome to the CBS3 News Live at 5. Here's a live look from Spirit Mountain. It is officially the first day of fall, and while those fall colors are coming in beautifully, it's definitely a warm start to the season. We'll hear more from meteorologist Dave Anderson on that in just a few minutes. Good evening, I'm Kristen Bakke.
And I'm Anthony Matt. Thanks for joining us. Cloquet business and homeowners are at a loss after a recent string of vandalism across the city.
CBS3's Emma Quinn spoke with Cloquet police about what they're doing about it and a business that's taking matters into its own hands.
Over the last 16 days, businesses and properties in Cloquet have been vandalized with spray paint like this one here. And now the Cloquet Police Department are asking for your help. Over the last 2 weeks, 13 incidences have been reported to Cloquet Police in areas like Avenue B and Carlton Avenue. Commander David O'Connor with the Cloquet Police Department says the graffiti is mostly words like junk and junkie. O'Connor says they haven't seen vandalism like this before.
To the frequency they're experiencing it right now, it certainly has the community upset, and understandably so. A number of businesses damaged right in their business corridor.
Cloquet police are asking residents to check security cameras and share any information they may have. They're not sure why they're seeing so many incidents right now. Now, one local business that was impacted and wishes to remain anonymous has offered a $1,000 reward for any information leading up to an arrest.
Thanks, Emma. And coming up tonight at 6, we'll hear from one concerned resident about their thoughts on the vandalism.
Dave's here to give us our first look at the weather tonight. Dave, what a way to kick off fall today. My goodness, it feels so much like summer out there.
Yeah, temperatures are much warmer than normal today. And at 6 o'clock, we will take a look at the stats for how the day shaped up temperature-wise. But right now, just the gut feeling is every town did go warmer than normal.
Okay.
And it is a beautiful start to autumn, as you mentioned. Here's a live look at the Ely area, where Robinson Lake is calm, and we can see that the trees are starting to turn even up in that neck of the woods, setting the stage for perhaps our most beautiful season of the year, although all of them have their charms. Here's the weather situation for the upper Midwest, and right now, thanks to high pressure, it's warm and dry. But a pair of low-pressure systems to the west could bring us rain by Wednesday night. For some towns, it could be a soaker, which is exactly what the doctor is ordering because drought-like conditions have been really popping up. We had a bit of a respite from the drought in July, but since August, it has dried up again. So the Wednesday day planner says we should start out clear to partly cloudy, but clouds will build in the afternoon. And tomorrow, another warm one with highs near 78, but overnight there's a 40% chance of rain. And in a few more minutes, I'll show you the latest estimate on how much we could get.
Thanks, Dave. Wisconsin's governor has extended the state's mask mandate as COVID cases continue to rise. Democratic Governor Tony Evers issued the extension through November 21st. The order has been in effect since August and was scheduled to expire yesterday. Evers extended the order even as his authority to issue the mandate is being challenged by conservatives in court. Wisconsin's COVID-19 cases have been soaring, and the state now ranks 3rd in the country for new cases per capita.
Today, we got an inside look at the state's first COVID-19 saliva testing site right here in Duluth. Starting tomorrow, the Dex Palucci Hall will transform into a testing clinic. You can make a reservation or walk in. When you arrive, you can grab a test kit and head to a table that is set up with everything you need. That's where you'll fill out paperwork on your phone or iPad. Once you finish that, you'll spit in the tube. Fill it up to the designated line, put the cap on it, and then head on your way. It takes about 10 minutes to complete, and you'll get your results back in 1 to 2 days. Coming up at 6, we'll hear from the Minnesota Department of Health on why something like this is being held inside rather than outside. It's been 5 years since Sheila St. Clair disappeared from Duluth. Today, friends and city leaders gathered with an update on the case and a plea for more information. St. Clair was last seen at the Cascade Apartments in Duluth in September of 2015. She reportedly told friends she was going to the White Earth Reservation, but never arrived, and she hasn't been seen since. Duluth's police chief says they're close to solving the case, but have not made much progress over the years. They need people to come forward with information.
We received a tip just as recent as yesterday, and before that, March. So each one of those tips, we work in earnest to follow those leads to their natural conclusion.
If you have any information about this case, no matter how small, you're asked to contact the Duluth police.
Meanwhile, Duluth police say a driver who ran his car into a house in the Lincoln Park neighborhood last night was not impaired at the time. They said the 35-year-old took his eyes off the road, hit a dumpster, a light pole, and eventually the house. The driver and the passenger had minor injuries. He was cited for not driving with care. In just 4 days, we'll find out President Donald Trump's pick to fill the late Associate Justice Ruth Bader Ginsburg's Supreme Court seat. Senate Republicans are now confident they have the numbers to act on that nominee this year. Skylar Henry is at the White House with more.
Senate Republicans say they have the votes to move forward on a Supreme Court nominee after Utah's Mitt Romney announced he will back a vote.
If a nominee actually reaches the floor, that I will vote based upon the qualifications of that nominee.
We have an obligation under the Constitution, should we choose to take advantage of it, to fill the vacancy, and I assure you that's very likely to happen.
Senate Democrats have vowed to oppose the nomination.
I'll be voting against the process of moving forward, and I'll be voting against whatever's there because it's not right.
President Trump says he will announce his Supreme Court pick here at the White House this Saturday, after services for the late Justice Ruth Bader Ginsburg have concluded.
We will go about this the way we always have, by putting forward a Constitution-abiding textualist, originalist that we believe the American people will appreciate, and we believe will get through the approval process, the nomination and confirmation process, I should say, quite quickly.
CBS News has learned the president met in person with one of the frontrunners on his shortlist, federal appeals judge Amy Coney Barrett, at the White House. Judge Barrett is a favorite among religious conservatives.
We're in the middle of an election. They should wait.
2020 Democratic presidential candidate Joe Biden says a high court nominee should not be considered until after the election. More than half of swing voters surveyed in a new CNBC Change Research poll say President Trump should not be able to nominate a replacement if he loses his bid for re-election.
On Friday, Ginsburg will become the first woman to lie in state at the U.S. Capitol.
Still to come on Live at 5, a shoe drive to raise money in Hayward, plus a family of volunteers is tending the community garden in Virginia. City by City is up next.
And while election years typically find political parties pitted against each other, some authorities say they're seeing more of that this year than ever before.
You're watching Live at 5 with Kristen Vaki, Anthony Matt, and weather with meteorologist Dave Anderson on Live Local CBS 3. Watch Jeopardy at 4:30, followed by CBS 3 Live at 5 on Live Local CBS 3.
The Garage. It's your space. Get a garage fit for man's best friend with our Doghouse 34 by 26 garage. Store all of the equipment you need today. No matter what you put in your space, trust us to build it right. Economy Garages. Built right, priced right.
I was diagnosed with diabetes at 13, so I got to work. I'm Quinn Nystrom, and I became a national advocate. Went door to door in Brainerd, then St. Paul. Went up to Canada to bring back insulin for a fraction of what drug companies charge here. But Pete Stauber went to Washington and voted against making healthcare and prescription drugs more affordable. I approve this message because Minnesota can't afford Pete Stauber in Congress.
We need to make things here in America. We rely on other countries for too many things. I'm Tina Smith, and I have a plan to rebuild American manufacturing, to strengthen our economy and grow the middle class. It starts with building a medical supply chain, so we're not relying on other countries for the medicine we need. I approve this message because instead of talking about making things in America, I've got a plan to do it.
Find the care you need in the comfort of your home with Dove Home Health Professionals, assisting you with skilled nursing, physical therapy, and occupational therapy.
The show critics are praising as genius is now the Emmy winner for Outstanding Talk Show Host.
And the stars love it too.
It's so good.
The Kelly Clarkson Show, weekdays at 3 on Live Local CBS3.
Arrowhead Supply is your local professional source for kitchen, bath, and countertops since 1973. Whether you're planning to remodel or build new, Arrowhead Supply has a wide range of styles and finishes to choose from. We custom fabricate laminate, quartz, granite, or Corian countertops on site and provide top installation. View all of the new colors, materials, and wood available and receive help from our knowledgeable staff at our Lincoln Park showroom. Arrowhead Supply. Visit us today. Free in-home estimates available.
Welcome back to the CBS3 News Live at 5. Here's a live look over Lake Superior on this first day of fall. Dave Anderson will have your full weather forecast coming up in just a few minutes. But first, let's take a look around the region.
A shoe drive to raise money in Hayward, plus community farming in Virginia.
That and more as we take you around the Northland, city by city.
We'll start things off in Ashland, where a nearly $200,000 grant will go toward preventing runoff in the Chequamegon Bay. The Mary Griggs Burke Center for Freshwater Innovation accepted the grant, which was awarded by the Great Lakes Commission. The center will use the money to continue the work of stabilizing areas along North Fish Creek, which were severely damaged by a storm back in 2018.
Now to Hayward, where the Northwoods Humane Society is hosting a community shoe drive until November 1st. Money raised from the drive will go towards providing animals with needed surgeries and medical care. If you have a lightly used pair of shoes and you'd like to donate them, you can drop them off at the NHS Shelter on Highway 77 or the NHS Thrift Shop on 3rd Street in Hayward. Shoes donated will be picked up by Funds to Org on November 1st, and a check will be given to the Humane Society based on the total shoe weight.
Now to Virginia, where the harvest season is wrapping up for the community food forest. Volunteer Dana Mitchell, along with her children, have spent the season planting, tending, and harvesting from the public food forest. For those who don't know, the food forest is an edible forest consisting of plants and trees with fruit, vegetables, and nuts. The Virginia Food Forest is open to the public to harvest from. Mitchell says many members of the community still don't know about it, so oftentimes she has to harvest food so that it doesn't go to waste.
If there's something going on in your neighborhood that you think we should know about, go ahead and send us an email, and it might be featured as we go around the Northland, city by city.
Still to come on Live at 5, Halloween is right around the corner, but new CDC guidelines might have some parents rethinking their plans.
City by city now casts its eye upon Ashland, where it's a beautiful first day of fall there, just like around the rest of the region. But we could end the sunshine a little bit come tomorrow night with some rain, much needed rain. We'll talk about the odds coming up after our break.
The power of technology is incredible, but it's nothing compared to the power of people. To all our MediaCom employees, we'd like to say thank you. Whether you're working from home, working extra hours, working on the front lines, or keeping things working behind the scenes, you've gone above and beyond to take care of our customers and keep our communities connected. Our network is powerful because you are powerful people.
A smile has the power to get you feeling all right. At Aspen Dental, it's all right to smile again, with dentures starting at just $3.99. We craft them in our on-site labs from start to finish, so they never leave our office, and you never have to worry. And with dentures made in as little as a day, you can smile right on schedule. Relief you need at a price you can afford. Right fit, right quality, right price. At Aspen Dental, it's all right to smile again. Call 1-800-ASPEN-DENTAL today.
Watch Jeopardy at 4:30, followed by CBS3 Live at 5 on Live Local CBS3.
Tune in Saturday mornings for the Link Ford lineup, where we will show you amazing vehicles on our lot, like this 2015 Ford Explorer XLT with all-wheel drive, heated seats and outside mirrors, and more for just $274 a month. Or check out this 2013 Ford F-150 Lariat for only $300 a month. Want to see more? Then be sure to watch this Saturday. Visit us online at linkmotors.com or stop by to view our complete inventory. Link Ford, where reputation is everything.
Duluth Casino is hiring. Apply today.
Classic Rock KQ is once again the Northland's #1 radio station. The KQ Morning Show, the most listened to radio program in the Northland. The KQ Trainwreck, the Northland's #1 afternoon show. Thank you for making us the Northland's #1 radio station. 95 KQDS.
CBS3 Weather is brought to you by Economy Garages. Now, the CBS3 Duluth WeatherMax forecast with meteorologist Dave Anderson.
First official day of fall, and pictures like this have been flooding in, of course, from area photographers. A lot of trees are now starting to really turn quickly. So gorgeous conditions like this, probably a few more weeks of them before the trees start to get bare and we start to gird our loins for winter. But for now, let's enjoy fall-like views with summer-style temperatures. Frankly, temperatures in the upper 70s, close to 80, won't last much past tomorrow, but we do get one more day of it before we get a chance for much-needed rain tomorrow night. So perhaps the perfect weather world could be coming our way over the next 7 days. We'll show you that 7-day forecast in just a bit. But right now, of course, we've got the current conditions for the airport in Duluth, where it is 80 degrees. That got to be even warmer than I expected today. Relative humidity has dropped precipitously to 26%, and hopefully we can juice things up tomorrow night with a rain chance. That's about 40%. Northwest winds going 7 miles per hour, and the air pressure is high at 30.01 inches of mercury. Current temperatures high as well. 77s from Watersmeet to Ironwood. 72 cooler by the lake for Ashland. 79 around Hayward and Solon Springs, and even Superior has 80, just like Proctor and Hermantown. A little cooler by the lake, 66 on Park Point, 81 Moose Lake, mid-70s much of the North Shore, mid-70s for the Vermilion Iron Range. The Mesabi is running about 77 degrees, and when you get to the end in Grand Rapids, it's 78, also 78 International Falls. Tomorrow, 75 to 80 as well, but day after tomorrow will fall more towards 60. With a bit of a rebound come Friday. So a bit of an up and down, back and forth battle for temperatures and sky conditions, as well as we get some small rain chances interspersed with some sun chances. Doppler map right now shows the sun chances paying off around our region, and probably will do so through much of the daylight hours tomorrow. But it's tomorrow night into Thursday morning when a pair of lower pressure systems coming our way will bring a 40% chance for some rain. And when the cold front passes, that's why we're looking at that cool down towards 60 for Thursday. But once we get into Friday, we may push things back and split the difference. 80 tomorrow and 60 on Thursday, 70 come Friday. So how much rain could we get from the first round of low pressure systems here into Thursday morning? Well, Duluth and points south could go from 3/4 of an inch to even an inch, while points north into the Iron Ranges may be more towards 1/4 of an inch. And either way, we need what we can get, so hopefully we get it. Tonight, here's what we get for temperatures in Minnesota. Lows running from as cool as 48 around Hibbing Chisholm to as warm as 57 on Park Point. Partly cloudy sky for another night, and calm winds around the region. Wisconsin, Michigan, low temperatures, they'll go 52 to 55. And then for tomorrow in Wisconsin and Michigan, it's another day of 75 to 80. Dry for the day, rain likely at night. And into Minnesota, 68 to 72 by the lake, 75 to 80 or so inland. Dry day, rainy night. And because of the heat of the day, there may be some thunderstorms peppered in there. And for Thursday, there's 60 and partly sunny. Friday, 30% chance for rain returns. That spills into Saturday, 68 to 72 for the high temps there. Then Sunday, partly cloudy, Tony, and 65, which is nothing to sneeze at in September. Sure. Followed by another chance for showers next Monday and Tuesday.
I couldn't believe it today. I went outside to go for a walk, shorts and a t-shirt on the first day of fall.
That's the way to do it.
It sure is. Thanks, Dave.
Applefest may be canceled this year, but you can bring the fun into your home. Bayfield Foods Cooperative announced today an Applefest box that you can buy. You can customize the box by choosing from a handful of Apple products or other Bayfield-made items. You can order a box through October and have it shipped to any Minnesota or Wisconsin address. The money raised will help support orchards and businesses in Bayfield.
Traditional trick-or-treating should be discouraged this year. That's according to the CDC, who warns it's a high-risk activity that could spread the coronavirus. Naomi Ruckham has more on what parents should know.
The Duffy family goes all out for Halloween, dressing up in themed costumes every year. But with the pandemic, they're planning a different Halloween this year.
I just want them to go to the houses of the people that we know,
specifically, just to try to keep their distance.
The CDC is cautioning that many Halloween activities are high risk and should be avoided, including traditional door-to-door trick-or-treating, trunk-or-treat events with cars lined up in large lots, and crowded indoor costume parties.
Any activity where there's large groups of people in close contact without physical distancing, without facial coverings.
One-way trick-or-treating, where bags are lined up to grab while social distancing, would be moderate risk. So are small outdoor costume parades and parties where people are 6 feet apart and wearing protective masks. Dr. Jill Weatherhead is an infectious disease doctor at Baylor College of Medicine.
A Halloween mask does not substitute for a traditional facial covering.
Experts hope families will consider safer alternatives this year, like carving pumpkins at home or scavenger hunts, where kids walk from house to house, keeping a good distance. If you plan to visit a scary outdoor place, the greater distance, the better.
Things like screaming, yelling, talking loudly that are often taking place during Halloween because of haunted houses or scary movies can actually lead to airborne transmission of the virus.
My children are very aware that, we're still in a pandemic and we just have to be smart and safe.
And if you have COVID-19 or may have been exposed, sit this Halloween out, or it could be a very scary situation for others.
The CDC also recommends not wearing a costume mask over a cloth mask, saying it could create a dangerous situation that makes it harder to breathe.
It's that time of the show where we feature some furry friends looking for a forever home. Today's pets come to us from the Precious Paws Humane Society in Chisholm. Today's pets also come with a blank slate and are in need of a home and some names. This fun, cuddly duo can be adopted separately or better yet, together for a discount. Plus, they keep each other entertained when you need a little bit of downtime from the antics. If you'd like to adopt this pair, you can set up an appointment by calling the number on your screen.
Still to come, Minnesotans are stepping up to support firefighters and first responders out west.
Real steel. Find yours. And find what fuels you. Not sold at Lowe's or the Home Depot. Pick up at over 9,000 local steel dealers. Find yours at steeldealers.com.
Hey, buddy. Yeah, you. Check out the Chevy Silverado. It's got more standard cargo volume than any competitor.
Really?
Look to your left. Come, check it out.
That's a good-looking truck.
Oh my gosh, that's insane.
That's a big bet.
Get a total value of $6,000 on this Silverado 1500 Crew Cab pickup. Visit TrueNorthChevyDealers.com.
Do you have a coffee smile? Drinking coffee causes yellow teeth for thousands of people just like you. And whitening toothpaste just doesn't make those stains go away. Introducing Power Swabs, the first teeth whitening system that lifts coffee stains off your teeth in less than 5 minutes without whitening strips or trays.
I've smoked, I've drank coffee, I drink red wine. It makes my teeth darker. And using Power Swabs, it's made a difference. People ask me, what do you do to whiten your teeth? And I'm really proud to tell them that I use Power Swabs.
This didn't sting, it didn't burn, it didn't have an aftertaste. It was just a swab, and I just got to rub it around my teeth, and that was it.
The Secret is a tooth detergent and whitening agent developed by Dr. Martin Ginniker that lifts stains off of your teeth. Power Swabs remove stains on natural teeth, veneers, bonding, caps, and crowns. The best part is you just swab your teeth for 5 minutes and you'll have whiter teeth. No more sitting at home with a whitening strip or tray in your mouth for 30 minutes twice a day.
So with the strips I've used in the past, most of them are like, you got to leave it on for 30 minutes, and the whole experience is just not comfortable. But with Power Swabs, I just snapped it open and rubbed it on, and it was good to go.
When I used these whitening strips, I noticed when I would drink, I would get this crazy sensitivity. It would go right to my brain, and I'm like, I hate this. So why do I have to go through the monstrosity of this pain just because I want to whiten my teeth. With power swabs, there was zero sensitivity.
Within the first day with the power swab, I noticed there was a difference. I really love the fact that you're able to go individually on each tooth and make sure that it's going to be wider.
Call for your 5-minute solution to whiter teeth. Whiten your teeth today by ordering power swabs and receive 40% off the regular price. Yes, 40% off the regular price. Shipping is free, plus you'll receive a free quick stick pen. Visit powerswabs.com or call the number on your screen.
Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Let's check in with meteorologist Caitlin Moffitt this morning.
And the below average trend
Thanks
does
so much for joining us. So wake up with us starting at 5 a.m.
Watch Caitlin and Jenna in the morning at 5 and 6 a.m. on CBS3. Watch Jeopardy at 4:30, followed by CBS3 Live at 5 on live local CBS3.
With only 8 days left until the deadline, almost half of all Itasca County households still need to fill out the U.S. Census. According to the Sheriff's Office, about 45% of Itasca County residents have not responded. For every uncounted person, officials say the county misses out on $2,800 in funding per person per year through 2030. The deadline to complete the census is September 30th. It was originally the end of October, but it was moved as the government hired more employees to accelerate the count.
Grand Rapids police say they are no longer searching for the man who stole 14 handguns from a store Saturday night. While police weren't able to publicly share why they did say they found why that person, they are no longer looking for that person. They did say they found 6 of the guns. They're still asking for the public's help in finding the others. Police say the suspect used a large rock to break the front door of Glenn's Army-Navy store shortly before midnight Saturday. He used the same rock to smash the glass countertops and steal the handguns. The investigation is ongoing.
The night skies will be a bit noisier for the next 2 weeks. Duluth's 148th Fighter Wing will begin its night training tonight. Northland and UP residents can expect to hear the F-16s in the later afternoon and evening. All jets will land by 11:15. The training will run through October 2nd.
As the battle with western wildfires continues to rage, Minnesotans are stepping up to lend their support. Crews and workers from forest and wildlife agencies across the state have been making their way out west. They aim to support firefighters and first responders battling the blaze across California and parts of Oregon. The Superior and Chippewa National Forests have committed 15% of their workforce to the firefight, while the Minnesota DNR and Forest Service sent 51 employees for support. Nationwide, there are more than 32,000 firefighters deployed to fight wildfires.
Coming up on the CBS Evening News, America reaches the heartbreaking milestone of 200,000 coronavirus deaths. We look back at the lives lost. Plus, the president secures enough support for a vote on his Supreme Court pick before Election Day. Tonight, who leads the shortlist? And on National Voter Registration Day, the all-out effort from celebrities and athletes to get Americans ready to cast their ballots. That's all tonight on the CBS Evening News.
CBS3 closed captioning is brought to you by Essentia Health. Have our certified nurse midwives provide personal one-on-one support and guidance for your next pregnancy. Visit essentiahealth.org to learn more.
Yeah, I think we're good here. Why do we offer so many active safety features on our Chevy SUVs? Oh, yeah. All set.
Ready, Freddie?
Because we're not just engineers.
Call us when you get there, okay? Slowly. I'm going slow.
We have families too.
Get 15% of MSRP cash back on most 2020 Equinox models. That's over $5,700 cash back on this Equinox. Plus, current GM owners get an additional $750 cash allowance. Visit TrueNorthChevyDealers.com.
Coming up tonight, Cloquet police are asking for your help when it comes to the vandalism happening in town.
Minnesota's first COVID-19 saliva testing site opens tomorrow. Everything you need to know before you make your way down to the deck.
Watch Jeopardy at 4:30, followed by CBS3 Live at 5 on live local CBS3.
I'm the third generation on this family farm out here in western Pennsylvania. This farm's been here since 1949. It's a great lifestyle. It's not one of the rich and the famous, but it's a lifestyle that I wouldn't trade anybody for. Yeah, I voted for Trump in 16, and I'll be the first to tell you I made a mistake. Pandemic, it's been tough on everybody. You know, President Trump, he's not responsible for this virus. Nobody was going to be able to stop that, but he was totally negligent on how he informed the people. I mean, the guy gets the blame for what's happening. If people had did things right day one, we wouldn't be where we're at today. You know, with Joe Biden, I think we got a person that's got some compassion, and he's got a real plan to get things going, turned around. You know, I made a mistake in 2016. I won't make a mistake in 2020.
I'm Joe Biden, and I approve this message.
Men's wardrobe provided by Mainstream Fashions for Men, your fall fashion headquarters with new arrivals daily. Downtown Duluth.
Welcome back to the CBS3 News Live at 5. Here's a live look over Canal Park on this Tuesday afternoon. Let's take a quick look at some of today's top stories and a peek at what's coming up tonight at 6. Police are saying more than a dozen properties and businesses around Cloquet have been vandalized with spray paint like this one here over the last 2 weeks. Now, Cloquet police are asking for your help. Authorities are asking residents to check security cameras and share any information they may have. They're not sure why they're seeing so many incidents right now.
Meanwhile, the Centers for Disease Control and Prevention is taking a hard stand against traditional trick-or-treating this year. They warn the concentration of people around homes could worsen the spread of COVID-19. The CDC also recommends not wearing a costume mask over a cloth mask. It would create a dangerous situation that makes it harder to breathe. And coming up tonight at 6, while election years typically find political parties pitted against each other, some authorities say they're seeing more of that this year than ever before. Superior Police say they've seen more political signs being stolen during this election cycle than in years past. Tonight we'll hear from residents who have been personally affected by political vandalism. That's your news at 5. The CBS Evening News is next.
Thanks for watching. We'll see you again at 6.